Ernie lives and works in Castlebar. He enjoys his work and he's just been offered a promotion. So what's the problem? Well, Ernie left school before he had a chance to complete his education, and a promotion is going to mean more paperwork. In this week's programme, we follow Ernie as he contacts his local literacy coordinator to look for help, and then we work with him as he progresses with a tutor to what we hope will be a happy ending.
Oh, it's Ernie, is it? Yeah, you're very well.
If you're following the series and using the Read Right Now workbook, watch out for the worksheets on picking up relevant information from short leaflet, writing simple sentences, and using a personal dictionary. For many people, lack of confidence in reading and writing has prevented them from getting a better job or taking a promotion at work. Derek O'Brien and Camilla McHugh have both had this experience.
I always remember we were asked in school what career we want to do, and I knew that I couldn't do anything that involved spelling. That was everything that involved spelling was totally gone. I remember trying to get courses on computers, FOSS and things like that, and no way.
Big words, you'd be afraid you wouldn't understand what they meant, and you'd be a bit afraid to ask, what does that mean? Do you know, so it's like if you go to a solicitor or something like that, I wouldn't like to go on my own, because I'd be afraid that I wouldn't understand what he was talking about. You'd make up things as you're going along, you know, you'd say, yeah, okay, or you'd write it down sometimes. I used to have a list of all the numbers, so especially for writing checks kind of thing, you know. Filling out forms maybe or something, do you know, you'd need more time. If you were put on the spot, you know, that's where you'd find it hard, because then it's very hard to ask for help, like, if you didn't understand something, you know. It might be something small, because I never really had much of a difficulty with it, you know. But if you're not confident, then that would put you off. You would find it hard then, you know. You couldn't write a letter, you know, like signing birthday cards kind of thing. Like you knew how to do it, but you get under a lot of pressure kind of thing, and you kind of say, oh, well, I'll get the birthday card again, and then you forget, and people kind of say, oh, you didn't get a birthday card again after, kind of thing. To go for an interview, you know, you wouldn't have the confidence, so you'd sort of go for jobs where you wouldn't have to, if you knew somebody, you'd get a job in, like, say, other girls that'd be working in hairdressing, you'd talk to them, see was their job going there or whatever, rather than go to the boss and have to sit an interview or something like that, you know. Interviews would put you off.
We'll come back to Derek and Camilla later, but now it's over to Ernie in Castlebar.
Jeez, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that. God, it's worth the extra few quid. Here I am now at the front gate doing grand, checking the lorries in and out, and now he wants me to go down to the other side of the yard, and there's more damn paperwork in it. So how am I going to get them words at all? I cannot. They're as foreign as anything. I could manage the other words, and they were okay, and my old pal helped me with a bit of handwriting. I've had this problem before. I lost 2 jobs over this difficulty. What am I going to do? God, what the hell am I going to do about this now? Well, how was school?
Right, well, it's sad.
And I don't know why you're complaining. The day is lovely.
Yeah, well, you're not locked up in school all day either, are you?
I just don't know why you're cribbing about being in school all day. Education is a good thing. I wish I had it when I was your age. Go up there now and sit down, and we'll just talk about this. Why are you cribbing so much?
But sure, you left school when you were younger, and sure, you're fine.
Yeah, that's all right. You have no understanding. I've been offered a promotion on the job. Now, you heard your mother and I talk about it last week in the kitchen. And I'm worried about accepting the promotion. I have difficulties with the reading and writing and the spelling. Now, it's time for you to appreciate what you have. And don't take it for granted, yeah? Now, we're going up to Leinses. Your mother will be in an uproar waiting for us up there. Come on, up to Leinses. Morning, Nora.
Good morning, Ernie. Nice morning.
Ah, I wonder could I have some tea and sugar, please? Mary will be up later on to get the rest.
Usual tea.
The usual tea, yeah, the usual tea. There you are now, and thanks. That's grand now. Thanks very much.
Dad,
Yeah?
see that?
Can
I keep you quiet.
Well, can we help? Can we help? Oh, look down here again. Read and write. Free what?
Confidential service. So no one would know about.
No one would know. Castlebar. Look at and the number is here. Gee, that's pretty interesting. Well, that'd be. What would you think, Nora?
Oh yes, I'd say go for it, Ernie.
Go for it.
Yes.
What would you think, Sheila?
Well, only if I'll keep you quiet.
Can I take this with me?
By all means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sheila, take these with you now. We'll meet your mother later on. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the card. Thanks again.
Good luck with it.
Ernie's daughter Sheila first noticed the leaflet, which she thought would interest her father. However, Ernie himself was able to recognise enough of the words to make sense of it. Let's look at it again. When you're faced with a leaflet or poster, you may be confused by what looks like a jumble of words. But don't panic. There'll always be some key words that will help you get the basic meaning. Ernie has picked up on the words, can we help? And then, read and write. The trick is to give yourself a few minutes to scan or to read quickly over the leaflet to see if there are any words you recognise to give you a clue about the meaning. Even in a very short leaflet, there can be a word you don't understand. Ernie didn't recognise the word confidential. He was lucky Sheila was on hand to read and explain it to him. If you come across a situation like this, don't worry. There are several things you can do. If someone gives you a leaflet, you can ask them to read it to you, or you could take it home and go over it in your own time. So, with a little more encouragement from his family, Ernie took the plunge and made an appointment to see Pauline, a literacy coordinator based in Castlebar.
Is that Pauline? Yes. This is Ernie.
Just past the door, up the stairs.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, it's Ernie, is it?
It is.
Yeah, you're very well.
I called you there the other day.
That's right,
about
yeah.
my difficulty in the job. Yeah.
Would you like to have a seat?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. The boss has offered me a promotion, and I don't want to lose this job. It means a lot to me.
So, will you have a lot of writing to do?
Well, I'd have more than I had at the gate end of the yard.
Right.
And I want to learn more words, and there's a lot of new words with new equipment coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So I need help, really.
So you're dealing with you're dealing with words that come up every day.
It's awful hard to write them down, and you're trying to look up the word on the shelf, and you're trying to fill it into the order form.
So, what we can offer you is a tutor who could work with you on your own, or you could join a small group class.
I'd rather be on my own now, to tell the truth,
right.
because I don't want people to know.
Well, that's not unusual,
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not alone in that.
Yeah,
Most
because-
people come in here say the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is a little bit of hard work on your part, but with that kind of interest.
Oh, well, I need
mightn't
it
take
to
so long.
see.
Mhm.
I have to.
Well, I think we better start right away then and look for somebody for you who can work on the specific problems that you have,
Yeah.
rather than just look at reading and writing in general. Well, Ernie, I just need to know exactly what level you're at so that I can tell a tutor,
Yeah.
Give us some. So I have some books here,
Yes.
and would you take a look at and see which ones?
I recognise that's Mother Teresa. I see a lovely photograph of Mother Teresa. I know her story, and
So could you give me some idea whether or not that would be too difficult for you?
well, the Mother Teresa was known all over the world. Some of the.
True to her word, Pauline put Ernie in touch with Maria, a literacy tutor who worked with Ernie on a one-to-one basis. We caught up with Ernie and Maria a couple of months later.
Hello Ernie, how are things?
Oh, I'm great.
How's things since last week?
Well, still doing the practice and getting on better than I was. It's not as easy, it's not as hard as it was a few weeks ago.
Great. How's the job going?
The job is going well. The boss still wants me to take on extra responsibility, and this is why I'm here, to learn the new words. But I'm getting to know more of the words, and I'm looking at the names on the shelves and on the bags. But I have practiced the ones
That we were looking at last week. Great.
Yeah. I done them 3 there the other week, but then back here, then I got these ones here.
That's right. These were the ones that we looked at last week.
That's
Ones
right,
that you're
yeah.
coming across every day.
In the sheet order. The order
And
sheet,
did
yeah.
you get a chance during the week to look over them and get a bit more familiar with them?
I did, because I practice every evening for a half hour.
Great.
Yeah, I do. And I know most of them, but there was 2 that I had difficulties with. But this one now here, DELIVER, deliver. Now this one I had, because it's 2 words, I had difficulties with this one. And you were telling me how to break it down. It's PLYWOODS, plywood.
Plywood, that you can break up into 2 words.
That puts me off a little bit, because there's 2 words.
But sometimes it might be a bit easier in that if you can, there's a very natural division there. Wood on its own, and then the ply coming before it.
And that was one of them.